A couple nights a week when I was a kid, my older sister, 14-year-old Geneviève, is telling us bedtime stories, and the plot is always the same. Janie, the youngest other sister, would transform into a rabbit and would be invited to the most notorious gathering of rabbits ever held. She would be invited there by the tallest, most handsome rabbit of them all, the Prince Charming. But there was a problem though. Us, her three brothers, because we were in the story too, and we chose what our character would do. We built barricades, hired wolves, and even attempted murder. Stop, guys! And he said, it's not funny. But we didn't stop. Though we knew for sure that it would never work. Geneviève always made sure that the princess always met the prince. While Janie was tenderly dreaming of her Prince Charming, we the boys were plotting other malicious plans. We had fun. And all that fun that we have, we owe it to Geneviève. She's precious to us, just as precious as a dungeon master is to its hero. The quest is calling us through my sister's voice, and we are always ready to answer. But several years ago, the quest fell on the storyteller herself. Geneviève was rushed to the hospital. What we thought was a simple pneumonia turned out to be leukemia, a type of cancer. Geneviève's white blood cells rebel against her and unduly reproduce themselves. The enemy had taken control of Genevieve's bloodstreams and was about to paralyze the entire immune system. They have to be stopped. My sister's mission is a great one. Alone, she has to fight an army of corrupted cells, hundreds of millions of them. She's told that she has to find and kill to the last one of them, because if she only misses one, they say, if you only miss one, then that one would summon another army just as strong. You want me to what, says Geneviève? You want me to kill them? Let alone find them. Nobody can find them. These traitors, they blend in so well with the good cells. How can I distinguish between them? You cannot, one says. One that has been there for a long time, one that knows stuff. It is impossible, he says. Geneviève repeats, impossible. There might be one way to beat it. Well, the one continues. It is a terrible way, a way I hesitate to suggest, because you, Geneviève, you will suffer immeasurably from it. So the one discuss tells what the plan is, and Geneviève becomes tense. Her fist is so tight, the nails are pinching in her palm. She doesn't want to do it. She runs out. She runs as fast and as far as she can, miles upon miles, until she cannot make one more steps, and she falls unconscious. When Geneviève wakes up, she doesn't know where she is. There is a lake she's never seen before, and a lady is sitting beside her. You seem quite distraught, my dear, says the lady. Are you feeling all right? No, says Geneviève. No, I'm not feeling all right. I'm sick. I'm sick, and they want me to do this awful thing. But you wouldn't understand. Oh, says the lady. Oh, but I understand. I know exactly who you are, and I'm here for you. Who is she, this lady? Geneviève has never seen such piercing eyes before. There's something special about her, this lady. Could it be her? Could it really be her? And Geneviève knew inside, she knew inside that it was her. You are the lady of the lake, said Geneviève. You only appears to the most desperate amongst us. The lady doesn't respond, she doesn't need to. She knows Geneviève knows who she is. Will you do it? She asks. this awful thing? Will you do it? I don't want to, said Geneviève. I don't want to, but I don't feel I have a choice. I have to. Gosh, I have to. Very well. The lady of the lake extends her arms forward. The hammer springs out of the many waters to land upright in her hand. This is the entire Excalibur. The sword was made to rule, but the hammer here was made to destroy. This I give you, my dear, but this is not a gift. You know, a gift would be welcome, but this is a disagreeable curse. It was a weapon that the body never knew before, holding the atomic powers. It was named by the gods, Kimmel. Many feared the weapon more than they feared the disease itself. So Geneviève takes the weapon and she goes walk down at the heart of her body's biggest metropolis. Cells are everywhere. She turns to one of these little ones. I'm sorry, she says. I'm sorry for what I have to do. What do you mean you're sorry? You're sorry for what? I will hurt you, Geneviève replies. I will hurt you, do you understand? And everybody you know. And I don't have a choice. Geneviève takes the hammer, both hands tight grip, high in the air, and while crying and shouting, she smashes it on the ground with all her might. Bang! Double flash, billions of atoms split multiple times over. A humongous heats of wave and wave of shocks is pushing Geneviève back violently, and then Geneviève is pulled down. The impact is so harsh, she cannot feel anything. She lays there. The pain grows excruciating. Desolation had stricken a huge crater, and millions died. Yeah, the bad cells, they died, but the good cells as well. Geneviève hears people crying, gnashing, weeping. She's horrified. Because the good cannot be differentiated from the bad, they are all condemned. The enemy is dangerous, they have to be stopped. So Geneviève gets on her knees and she crawls. She crawls until she gets to that hammer, heavier than ever before. Trembling, she swings one more time. Bam! Total blackout. When Geneviève comes back to herself, her ears are ringing, hissing, but then it's complete silence. There's no one else to cry, only her alone. 2 atomic explosions had ended the bloodiest war ever fought, but would these 2 explosions be enough for Geneviève? Geneviève doesn't know, so she go back to that hammer over and over and over again. Her life holds only by a thread now, but she has done the thing, that awful thing. She has done it, and she now lays in isolation, awaiting a bone marrow transplant. My sister is not the only one that fights like that. Thousands upon thousands of children fights like that every year. How must they feel, you think? How must they feel when they see that pill or that needle, literally poisons going through their vein? I don't know how hard it is, all that. How hard it is to live with cancer or chemotherapy. My sister is a hero, will always be a hero to me, and her fame will never perish.